Hello everyone, let's start with the today's class. We are continuing Mantra 1. The central theme of the Vedanta is there is Adhishtanam, that means substratum. What is Adhishtanam? That means the truth. There is Adhishtanam which is substratum to this entire universe. For example, the earth. Earth is the Adhishtanam. That means it is the truth. The activities that are happening on the earth. For entire cosmos, the Adhishtanam is invisible. But when it will be visible, to whom it will be visible? It will be visible only if we know Vedas, if we know the Shastra in detail, then only that will be visible. That means whatever we are seeing in the world, that is mithya only, temporary only. But we are unable to see the actual truth. When it will be visible, if you have a detailed knowledge of the Shastra, then only the truth will be visible. We can able to understand the actual truth, the actual reality. That's what it means. And there is the famous example, that is rope snake example. Rope is the truth, and the invisible which appears as a reality, that is snake. Why? Because a rope is similar to the snake, right? So whatever the truth is rope only, but it will appear as a snake. So we assume the rope as the snake. It is very famous example. So as we see the rope as a snake and the actual Adhishtanam is rope, in the same way, for the entire cosmos, the substratum which is invisible is Vedas. So if we understand Veda in detail, then only the truth will be understood, or we can able to see the actual truth. The rope is the Adhishtanam on this entire foundation, which is called as the Satchidananda Swarupa. We have been discussing in each and every class what is Satchidananda Swarupa? Sat, Chit, Ananda. The pure existence, pure consciousness, and pure bliss. On this foundation, like the entire cosmos, the entire dream world lies on the waking world. Similarly, the entire waking world lies on Adhishtanam called Turiyam. For any Jiva will think like Jiva, that means an individual. They think like the waking world and the dream world and sleep world. Among these all worlds, only waking world is the reality. And the dream world and the sleep world is mithya. That means temporary. A Jiva will think like this. But that is wrong. That Jiva, that individual don't know that this waking world is also mithya only. That is temporary only. That's why due to Maya Shakti, we experience all these worlds day to day. Every day we experience, right? Waking world we experience, dream world we experience, and sleep world also we experience. But a Jiva, an individual don't know this. They think like this waking world is truth only. This is the actual reality. Only dream world. In dream world we won't be there. Only our mind will work. That's why it's temporary. That's what it's our individual assumption. Why? Because they don't know the actual Shastra, what it says. Right? So we need to understand this waking world is also mithya only, temporary only. That's what Shankaracharya means. So, rope is the truth. Truth means Adhishtanam. And the rope snake, the rope is visible as a snake. So, we can able to see rope as a snake. That is the error. That is the superimposition of me as an individual. Why? Because I don't know what actually Upanishad says. I assume this mithya as a truth. Why? Because I don't have knowledge of Shastra, right? That's what Shankaracharya is saying. Like a rope is taken as a snake, similarly, the human, an individual, takes entire waking world as a reality. But that is wrong. Human takes the world which we enjoy. All the three states of experiences are real. So, but it is not actually real. So ultimately what Shankaracharya is saying, truth is only Atma. I as a human am not real, I am temporary only, I am Mithya only. But my Atma, it is the actual truth. That's what I need to understand. So I the Atma, which is Turiyam, which is the fourth state of experience, that is only the absolute truth, that is Brahman. That I will know. When I will know this? When I have a detailed knowledge of Shastra, when I study the scriptures, all Upanishads, then only I know I, the Atma, which is Turiyam, which is Brahman, is only the absolute reality. So the nature of Turiyam is non-dual. The world which we enjoy three states as real, the super waking state is Adhishtanam. So, as I said, waking world is also Mithya only. What is truth? The super waker state. When I will be in a super waker state, when I have a detailed knowledge of scriptures, then only I become the super waking state, and that is Adhishtanam, that is actual truth. The Turiyam is the nature. Turiyam's nature is the non-dual, right? That's what we have been studying. Turiyam's nature is non-duality. I, the Atma, is nothing but Brahman only. I and Brahman are not different. I, the Atma, is nothing but Brahman only. That's what is non-duality. Compared to the waking world and dream world, we say dream world is not real because I assume that only in dream world I am not there. My physical body was not there. In dream world, it was only just like a movie. It's a small skit, right? That's why I assume dream world is not real. When I have a detailed knowledge of scriptures, then I realize there is a super waking state. This waking state is also unreal only, but there is a super waking state. When I study Upanishad, then I understand that super waking state is Adhishtanam, which is the absolute reality. That super waking state is Adhishtanam. This is a one part of the mantra 1. Coming to the second part of the mantra, Omkara is the only superimposed world of words. The world is revealed through words, right? When I say about the world, that means through words, then only you will know the world, right? The words has got Omkara as the substratum. Omkara as substratum means Adhishtanam, the truth. All the worlds, Shankara will prove it later when whatever is coming from Omkara, that truth, Shankaracharya will explain it later. First, we need to understand only there is a only super waking state, that is the absolute truth. And even normal waking state, whatever Jiva is experiencing, that is also false only. So as of now, Shankaracharya is explaining this. And whatever is coming from Omkara, those statements, he will prove it later in further verses. Currently, this is what he is explaining. If you know Omkara, you will know the truth of the entire universe. The objects of Omkara, which are revealed by the Atma. The objects of Omkara means even the Omkara sound, and the objects which are produced by the sound Omkara, which are revealed by Atma. That also you will understand if you understand the Omkara in detail. Whatever Shankaracharya is going to say, then you will ultimately understand this entire universe, the truth behind this entire universe. That's what Shankaracharya is saying. The prana means the breath. How we know I am the prana? Through my breath, right? When I breathe, then only people will say I am alive. I as a prana is alive through my breath, right? It's a subtle body. And all these are superimposed on Atma. Even though I am not alive, then but still my Atma will be roaming, right? My Atma is still alive only. Only I leave my body. I won't leave my Atma, right? So, Vikalpa in this context is superimposition. These technical words, Vikalpa, Prana, all these are the technical words in the mantras. I am just using technical words, don't bother about it. So, just understand, Prana means breath and Vikalpa means superimposition. As of now, this is fine. The whole world is superimposed on my Atma. And the prana, which means the breath, prana refers to the subtle body at the cosmic level, which is known as Hiranyagarbha. If you remember, I have used the technical terms like Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Antaryami. These are the technical names of the three states of experiences: waking state, dream state, and sleep state. So, the waking state technical term is Virat, dream state technical term is Hiranyagarbha, and the sleep state technical term is Antaryami. These are the technical names at the samishti level, universe level. So, the prana refers to the subtle body at cosmic level is Hiranyagarbha, which is nothing but the firstborn Brahma. Prana vikalpasya aspadaya bhavati. That means the firstborn is also superimposed on Atma. Who is the firstborn? Brahma, right? The Brahma is also superimposed on Atma. That means for the world of words which reveal the objects, Omkara is the only truth. For anything, Omkara is the ultimate truth. Adhishtanam is the absolute truth. Even for the world of words which reveals multiple objects, Omkara is only the absolute truth. That's what Shankaracharya means. So, for one Omkara, which appears as a many words, through Omkara we can say n number of words, right? So, even for example, let's just Shankaracharya, only by taking Omkara word and Om sound, he has written n number of verses, right? This first mantra we have been studying from the past 7-8 classes, right? If you can able to see, still we are studying mantra 1 only. He has written n number of verses by using just Omkara word, right? That's what it says. For the world of words which reveals objects, Omkara is the Adhishtanam. That is, Omkara is only ultimate truth. So, one Omkara appears as many words, and many words represents the world of objects. So, Omkara, by taking Omkara, we can say n number of words, and n number of words represents the entire world of objects. That's what it means. You need to understand in detail. By only listening one class, you can't understand in detail. Even though if you don't understand, continue listening. Ultimately, you will understand the entire truth, right? So don't worry that you are unable to understand. So you need to go in detail, in depth. By continuous study of scriptures, you will understand slowly, step by step. So, many words represents the world of objects. There is a two prapanchas, Artha Prapancha, Shabda Prapancha. Artha Prapancha, for Artha Prapancha, which means objects, the Atma is Adhishtanam. And coming to the Shabda Prapancha, which is the words, Omkara is Adhishtanam. Why I am saying about objects and words? Artha means objects, right? Shabda means sound. Sound refers to the words. Through sound only we can write a number of words, right? And coming to the Artha means meaning. Through meaning we can say a number of objects, right? That's why for Artha Prapancha, the Atma is the absolute truth. And for a Shabda Prapancha, Omkara is the absolute truth. That means Adhishtanam. And there is a question here. Are these two Adhishtanams? What are two Adhishtanams? Omkara. Atma is one Adhishtanam, Omkara is another Adhishtanam. Are there two Adhishtanams for Omkara? They say, Shankaracharya say, no, there is only one Adhishtanam. That is, Omkara is only Adhishtanam. Even for Artha Prapancha and Shabda Prapancha also. There is no two Adhishtanams. So, both consciousness and experience, for both are same only. Existence and consciousness, both are same, and Omkara is the ultimate Adhishtanam. There is no two Adhishtanams like for Artha Prapancha, Atma is Adhishtanam. For Shabda Prapancha, Omkara is Adhishtanam. It's not like that. The ultimate Adhishtanam is Omkara only. That is the ultimate truth. So, there is no existence and consciousness. They are not two different things. Existence and consciousness both are same. That means Satchidananda Swarupa. Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness. There are no two different things. Satchidananda Swarupa. That means both are same. Sat and Chit. Sat equals to Chit. Experience equals to existence equals to consciousness. That is nothing but Omkara. That's what Shankaracharya means. So, when we say existence and consciousness both are same, then it will obviously means Artha Prapancha equals to Shabda Prapancha, right? So, Artha Prapancha is equals to Shabda Prapancha when we say, then Atma and Omkara both are same, right? Existence equals to consciousness. Atma equals to Omkara. Therefore, Omkara is used as Turiya Atma. So, Omkara is nothing but Turiya Atma, is nothing but I. The Atma is nothing but Brahman. That is the ultimate statement, final statement. So, that Omkara, which is the Swarupam, Satchidananda Swarupam, for this entire universe. So, universe consists of three states, as you all know, waking state, dream state and sleep state. So, existence and consciousness both are same. Just now we have studied. So, if existence and consciousness both are same, then they are nothing but the higher nature of reality. That is nothing but the Paramarthika Satyam. If you remember, first two classes, we have discussed about two types of Satyam. Paramarthika Satyam, Vyavaharika Satyam. What is Paramarthika Satyam? The absolute reality, the higher nature of Atma. That means Brahma. I, the Atma, which is Turiyam, which is Brahman. That is nothing but Paramarthika Satyam. And what is Vyavaharika Satyam? The body, mind, and the world, which is at the individual level, a jiva level. If I don't know about the scriptures, what I say? I, the layman, I, the individual, I say waking state, dream state, and sleep state. I know only these states. Even few people don't know this also, right? I, as a jiva, my body, my mind, and my world, all this which I physically experience, are the lower order of nature. And what is the higher order of nature? I, the Turiyam, the Atma, which is nothing but Brahma, that is higher order of nature. So, higher order of nature is Paramarthika Satyam, lower order of nature is Vyavaharika Satyam. And that Vyavaharika Satyam is known as Apara Brahma, and Paramarthika Satyam is Parabrahma. These are the technical terms. So, one Atma is divided into Shabda Prapancha and Artha Prapancha. Shabda Prapancha, Omkara is the Adhishtanam. For Artha Prapancha, for Artha Prapancha, Atma is Adhishtanam. So, and ultimately there are no two Adhishtanam, both are same only. For Artha Prapancha and Shabda Prapancha, Adhishtanam is same. Finally, Omkara is the Adhishtanam, which is nothing but my Atma, which is Turiyam, is nothing but Brahman. That is what second section of this mantra. And coming to the Bhashyam of this mantra. The Bhashyam means the commentary of Shankaracharya. Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadeyam. In Chandogya Upanishad, the form or the product is known as Vikara, which means modification. And it is only a word. Namadeyam. Namadeyam means a word. The form or product is Vikara, means it's a modification. Namadeyam means a word. Vikara means a modification. That is what in Chandogya Upanishad is saying. The name, form, and universe. The name is initiated by the tongue, right? And the Aitareya and Aranyaka says these are not Upanishads. Aitareya and Aranyaka, these are not Upanishads. This says the world is connected by the sounds, right? And all words which describe a world that enter in our mind through sounds only. I'll say in a simple terms. Let's say Omkara. Omkara is a sound. We do Omkara Japa, right? That Om. Through that sound, we can explain the world in words, right? So the world is connected of sounds. Is connected by sounds. All words which describe a world that enter in our mind by sounds only. Sarvahi idam namani. It means the world is a sound, which is nothing but Omkara. How can we say this? World equals to sound, sound equals to Omkara. How we can prove this? So Shankaracharya says, the world is nothing but a sound. And the sound is nothing but Omkara, right? So, the introduction of Omkara Vichara, that means Omkara analysis. What is Vichara? Analysis. The introduction of Omkara Vichara and analysis of Omkara Vichara is done in 6 verses. And Atma Vichara, that means Atma analysis. Analysis of Atma is done in 6 verses. Analysis of Omkara done in 6 verses. So both of these analysis, Omkara analysis and Atma analysis, is done in 12 verses of Mandukya. And Atma appears as a waker, dreamer and sleeper. Omkara is represented as an entire world, and the product is the cause which is identified in a different forms. Product means the jiva, from the world whatever the objects are delivered, those are nothing but the products. The product is a cause identified in a multiple forms, right? So the turiyam, that means the atma, without the body and world, I still exist, right? That means whatever I say earlier, even though I leave my body, I, the atma, still alive, right? So that's what it is saying. So turiyam, which is my atma, it is alive without my body and the world also. I still exist in the world as a atma, as a turiyam. That means pure consciousness. And he has described in detail with a couple of examples. For example, let's say wood, right? Wooden tables, wooden chairs, you know, right? So wood is the cause. And what are the names and forms? Through wood we can make tables, chairs, stool, n number of objects we can make. Based on what? Based on wooden, right? So wood is the cause. Names and forms are tables, chairs, stools, etc. Like the similar way, gold is the cause. And what are the names and forms of the gold? Golden bangles, golden bracelets, golden finger rings, etc. All these are the names and forms. So Brahman is the Adhishtanam. The entity Turiyam is beyond time and sleep. And all these are represented in silence of the two Omkaras. So Brahman is the ultimate truth, that is Adhishtanam. And the entity Turiyam, the Atma, that is beyond the time and sleep. It is not within time. What is within time? My body, my world, and my mind. These are within time. But my Atma, which is Turiyam, which is Brahman, is beyond time and sleep. Right? So that Brahman is the Adhishtanam that is represented in the silence of two Omkaras. That means when we do Omkara Japa, we chant Om and then we take 2 seconds of silence and then we chant Om. Like that we will do nearly 20 minutes or 15 minutes, right? So the silence between two Omkaras. So Brahman is represented as Turiyam, is represented as a silence between two Omkaras. So the cosmos, the world, exists in Vak Prapancha and Shabda Prapancha. So Omkara is everything. It is not different from Sachidananda Brahman. I, the Atma, which is Sachidananda Swarupa, that is not different from Omkara. Omkara is everything. Omkara is consciousness, Omkara is existence, and Omkara is not different from Sachidananda Swarupa, which is Brahman. The Upanishad equates Omkara to Atma. Atma means Turiyam. So when I use the word Atma, Turiyam, Omkara, Paramarthika Satyam, higher order of reality, everything is same only. So I used all these terms, Omkara, Turiyam, Paramarthika Satyam, Brahman, I, the Atma. Everything is same only. You need to understand everything as one entity only. Only terms are different. When we are explaining in different verses, it says about, it is just to explain. So finally the ultimate thing is everything is same only. Omkara is everything. The past, present and future, everything within time is Omkara and whatever lies beyond time is also Omkara only. So just now whatever discussed, within time means I, the Jiva as an individual, whatever I experience, waking state, dream state and sleep state, all these are within time. So I, the Jiva, within time is Omkara only, and whatever lies beyond time, that means Turiyam, the fourth state, the ultimate state, which is the Turiyam, which is Brahman, that is also Omkara only. So everything is Omkara only. Omkara is cosmos. Omkara is appearing as the three states, and beyond state is also Omkara, and Yesha is also Omkara only. That means the universe consists of Artha Prapancha and Shabda Prapancha. Everything is Omkara only. Within time, time and timeless, everything is Omkara. And coming to the Turiya Atma alone appears as the world. Omkara is combination of A, U, Ma. When I say Om, Omkara means A-U-M. Even though we write it as O-M, Om, it is a combination of A, U, Ma, A-U-M. So that is the meaning which Shankaracharya is explaining. Omkara is a combination of A, U, Ma. And the silence matra. When we write Omkara in Sanskrit, you know about the on top of A, U, Ma, there is some silence matra. That is also Omkara only. Right? Sarvam iti Omkara. Everything is Omkara only. So the beyond time, the Kalatita Prapancha, which is Ishvara, which is Maya Shakti, which is nothing but Brahman only. That is beyond time. And Kala Chinna Prapancha. Kala Chinna Prapancha means the life of an individual, which is a Jiva. That is the states which we experience, waking state, dream state and sleep state. So Kala Chinna Prapancha also Omkara only. Kala Tita Prapancha is also Omkara only. Within time and time beyond time, everything is Omkara only. That's what Mantra 1 is saying. So these are the two sections of Mantra 1. So this is what for today. Thank you all for joining. In the next chapter, we'll see about Dakshinamurti Stotram. In Dakshinamurti Stotram, whatever Shankaracharya is explaining about Atma, which is Turiyam, we'll see in the next class. Thank you all for joining. We'll meet you in the next class. Take care. Bye.